How has the cricket bat evolved through time? The humble cricket bat has undergone a remarkable evolution throughout history. So what began as a simple piece of wood used by shepherds has transformed into a highly engineered piece of equipment that can make all the difference between a good and a great player. In today's video, we'll explore the fascinating journey of the cricket bat from its early forms to the technologically advanced bats of today. We'll also examine how these advancements have impacted the game and the strategies employed by players and teams. So grab a seat and get ready to discover the secrets behind one of the most iconic pieces of sporting equipment ever. The early days. In the early days of cricket, the bats were simple and rudimentary. They were made from whatever wood was available, often willow or ash, and had a basic oval shape. Some bats were even made from bamboo. The construction methods were also quite basic. The wood was simply shaped and sanded down to create a usable bat. There was no sophisticated engineering involved, and the bats were relatively light and small. This was because the game of cricket was primarily played by amateur players, who were not as physically strong as the professionals of today. The bats were also smaller because the balls were softer and did not travel as fast. With the rise of professional cricket in the late 19th century, the game became more competitive, and the bats had to evolve to keep up. The first significant change came in the early 20th century, when professional bat makers began to emerge. These craftsmen were skilled in the art of making cricket bats, and they introduced several innovations that improved the performance and durability of the bats. For example, they began to use heavier and larger bats that could withstand the increasing power of the game. They also experimented with different shapes and sizes of bats to find the perfect balance of power and control. The birth of modern cricket bats. The mid-20th century marked a significant shift in the design and technology of cricket bats. The English willow became the preferred wood for making bats because of its unique grain structure and durability. The willow wood has natural shock-absorbing qualities, made it ideal for absorbing the impact of the ball and reducing the force on the batsman's hands and arms. The English willow was also lighter than other types of wood, which made it easier for batsmen to swing the bat faster and more accurately. Another innovation of this era was the development of the sweet spot, which is the area of the bat that produces the most solid sound when struck by the ball. Bat makers experimented with different shaping techniques to find the optimal shape for the sweet spot, which resulted in the characteristic shape of modern cricket bats. The sweet spot is an important concept in cricket because it helps the batsman to hit the ball more accurately and with more power. When the ball is hit in the sweet spot, the vibrations are transferred directly to the handle of the bat, making it easier for the batsman to control the shot. The science of the cricket bat. The science behind the perfect cricket bat is a fascinating blend of traditional craftsmanship and modern technology. One of the most important aspects of bat making is the selection of the right wood. As we've already discussed, the English willow is the preferred wood for its unique grain structure and natural shock-absorbing qualities. The grain structure of the willow wood is important because it determines how the bat will react to the impact of the ball. The closer the grain is, the more flexible the bat will be. While the farther apart the grain is, the stiffer the bat will be. Another important consideration is the weight of the bat. A heavier bat will provide more power, but it will also be more difficult to swing. A lighter bat will be easier to swing, but it will also have less power. The ideal weight of the bat depends on the strength and skill of the batsman. Professional batsmen typically use bats that weigh between 2 and 2.6 pounds. Bat construction is another important aspect of the science behind the perfect cricket bat. The process of putting the bat together involves a lot of trial and error. The bat makers use natural glue to hold the pieces of wood together, and they experiment with different combinations of wood to find the perfect balance of power and control. Once the glue is applied, the pieces of wood are clamped together and left to dry. The finished product is a cricket bat with a unique shape and feel that is ready to be used in the game. One of the final steps in the process of making a cricket bat is knocking in the bat. Knocking in is a process of gradually introducing the bat to the rigors of the game by hitting it with a heavy object such as a hammer or a mallet. This helps to loosen up the grain of the wood and make the bat more durable. It also helps to identify any defects in the bat that need to be repaired. Modern bat technology. Modern bat technology has taken the game to a whole new level. The latest bats are made from a combination of wood and advanced materials, such as carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is a lightweight and incredibly strong material that is often used in the aerospace industry and the automotive industry. When used in cricket bats, carbon fiber provides extra strength and durability without adding significant weight to the bat. Some modern bats also feature innovative designs and technologies that improve their performance. For example, some bats have a flared edge, which is an edge on the blade of the bat that is wider at the top and bottom than in the middle. This design feature helps to increase the surface area of the bat, making it easier to hit the ball. Other bats have a thicker profile, which means that the handle of the bat is thicker towards the bottom. This design feature helps to increase the stability of the bat, making it easier for the batsman to control the shot. Innovation in cricket bat design. Over the years, the design of cricket bats has evolved to keep pace with the changing demands of the game. The early bats were relatively short and narrow, but as the game evolved and batsmen began to hit the ball harder and more frequently, the bats had to become longer and wider. Today, S-bats are typically longer than their predecessors and have a flatter profile that allows batsmen to hit the ball more easily through the line of the ball. The evolution of the bat has also been influenced by changes in the way the game is played. For example, the emergence of limited overs cricket has led to the development of bats that are designed for quick scoring. These bats are often lighter and have a larger sweet spot, which makes them easier to swing and increases the chances of hitting boundaries. Another innovation in bat design is the use of a wider range of materials. In addition to the traditional English willow, some bats are now made from a combination of willow and other types of wood, such as cashmere, willow. These bats are often lighter and more durable than pure willow bats, making them popular among batsmen who play a lot of cricket. The impact of technology on the game. The evolution of cricket bat technology has had a profound impact on the game itself. As bats have become more powerful, the game has become more attacking and the emphasis on big hitting has increased. This has led to higher scores and more exciting matches, which has made the game more entertaining for spectators. However, the use of more powerful bats has also shifted the balance of power away from the bowlers. It has become more difficult for bowlers to take wickets, and this has made it more challenging for them to defend their team's total. The rise of big scores. The use of more powerful bats has also contributed to the increase in big scores in limited overs cricket. Batsmen are now able to hit the ball farther and more frequently, which means that teams can post totals of 300 or more runs with relative ease. This has led to higher scoring matches and more exciting contests. The rise of big scores has also made it more difficult for teams to defend their totals. In order to restrict the opposition to a manageable total, bowlers must be at their very best. If they are not, the opposition batsman can easily reach the target. The importance of skill. Despite the advancements in bat technology, skill and technique remain the most important factors in determining a batsman's success. The best batsmen in the world are able to use the latest bats to their full potential, allowing them to score big runs consistently. Batsmen who rely solely on the power of their bat are unlikely to succeed at the highest level. They must also have a good understanding of the game and be able to adapt to different situations. The future of cricket bats. The future of cricket bat technology is exciting. There is always room for improvement and innovation in the world of cricket. It is likely that future bats will be made from even lighter and stronger materials. New shaping techniques and designs will also continue to emerge, improving the performance and effectiveness of bats. We may also see the use of electronics in cricket bats to track and analyze a batsman's performance. Overall, the future of cricket bats is bright, and we can expect to see further advancements that will make the game even more exciting. We hope you enjoyed this journey through the evolution of the cricket bat. From the early days of rudimentary bats to the modern marvels of today, the cricket bat has come a long way. We've explored the science behind the perfect bat, the impact of technology on the game, and the importance of skill in modern cricket.